to see if we on. Is we on? I think we on. Well, let me try to see something because I was trying to get my camera to work. What's going on? Hey, Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner. Hi, my sister. I hope you feeling better. I hope you feeling better. Let me try to see if I can't get this on my phone. No, it ain't gonna do it. I knew it. I just knew it. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna bring y'all over here because we gonna have some fun today. We gonna have some fun. I got a lot of stuff planned, but I wish I would have had uh my phone because I need to travel while I'm doing this. So let's talk about what we got going on. Dang, this is messed up. Really. Trying to get out of the sun. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get back in. There we go. Now I can see everybody. All right. Wait a minute. Y'all see me okay? I want to see if y'all can see me okay. Just in case we have a change. Can y'all see me okay? Oh, can you hear me okay? Okay. Come on. All right. What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, Bias LLC. What's going on? All right. I want to talk about something real quick. It's good to see everybody in the house. This will not be one of those. Let me get my iPad so I see what's going on. Okay. Today we're gonna be helping each other, and I will be letting people come up. Of course, you got to show your face when you come into place. I can't see nothing. Hold on, y'all. I'm working on it. You know, I ain't did StreamYard in a while, so there you go. There we go. There we go. Good to see everybody in here. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. Give me two thumbs up if you can see me and hear me. My screen is destroyed with raspberries. Tastes like raspberries. Okay, let me see. How you doing? Growing with Hudson. How you doing, my sister? Uh, back to me, Callie Homestead with Pooh Bear. What's up, my sister? Denise White, Just Ella Silver Rim, Talisha, Precious SoCal Gardner. Don't worry, they'll get used to it. I caught your email this morning. Meant to hit you back. They'll get used to it. There's nothing wrong. That's what they're gonna do at first till they get used to their nest. Okay, sitting on top of their food and stuff. Don't worry about it. They'll be okay. Okay. Thank you everybody for the confirmations. Thank you. Thank you. So today is officially, unofficially the blackout. So I figured while people aren't shopping, let's do something productive, right? How many people are recognizing the blackout today? How many people raise your hand if you are recognizing the blackout today? If you don't plan on spending any money in any establishment whatsoever, if you went to work and you got to buy lunch, you should have packed your lunch. If you are practicing the blackout, if you are recognizing the blackout, raise your hand and say me. Please say me. If you are not spending a single cent, not online, not in establishments, not for food, for anything, please raise your hand and say me. My family is practicing the blackout. So much so, even my wife said, "Hey, you know we can't be buying nothing today." So I was like, "Oh, you down?" Yeah. So she is with me. My family will not be um, purchasing anything from anybody from anywhere today. If you need it, I'm all out of lettuce. So today will be a chicken eating day because today I'm out of lettuce. I ain't got no salad, nothing. So I got to eat some chicken today. Today, I mean, this week was supposed to be, I'm doing salad all week, just straight salad because this is that phase. Sometimes you be bloated and your scale start going up. My scale went up 5 pounds for no reason. I ain't done nothing wrong or nothing. And water is on you and you keep peeing. I said, okay, because I've been playing games. Let me chill on the meat for a week and just put only green in your body. And I was feeling sluggish, green in my body only. Right. So unfortunately, I took all the heads of lettuce that I purchased out the Freedom Acres, and I'm out of the ones I got here. So today, since we are all practicing the blackout, we're recognizing the blackout, and we're home. This is what I want to talk about. This is what I want to do, and I actually made a quick little list. Give me 2 ticks. Because I want to make sure I say this stuff. Okay, I even wrote it on the back a piece of mail because I didn't want to forget it. So this is what I want to tell. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. I ain't picking you up now. So this is what I want to say. Okay. During the blackout, it's a few things that we can do. All right. Number one, hey, go in your deep freeze. Don't be going out to eat. Don't be spending no money out there. Don't go to the grocery store. Today is the day to go into your deep freezer and you got to make something happen today. How many people are practicing the blackout but do not feel like pulling anything out of the freezer? How many people? Because I don't. How many people are practicing the blackout but don't feel like going in the deep freezer to get nothing for dinner? How many people? This is what I'm going to tell you to do. Something you probably forgot about because I did. Go and get some of your pressure canned food. This is what we do this for, right? Go. If you've been, how many people have been pressure canning? You've been pressure canning brisket. You've been pressure canning chicken. You've been pressure canning all kind of stuff. How many people been pressure canning? And how many people been water bath canning? So you got jars upon jars upon jars upon jars of food stored away. You ain't even thinking about it. We thinking, man, I sure don't want to go into the freezer. I'm gonna say me. The reason I'm telling you this because I had to remind myself that I don't have to go into the deep freezer today. So I pulled out two ball jars of brisket that I canned 4 years ago, something like that. It's a wrap. I got brisket on tap. All I gotta do is warm it up. It's already cooked. 4 years ago cooked. So brisket it is. Okay. And anything else you need, man, you can make it a few days. So go into your deep freezer if you ain't canned up no food. If you ain't canned up no food, you got some canned food you should been putting away. Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna name some stuff off the top of my head, okay? Like raviolis. You should have some chicken noodle soup. You should have some cans of baked beans. You should have some cans of beef and vegetable soup. This is stuff that we've been practicing over all these years here on this platform. And today is an actual realistic day that you should actually practice your preps. Today is the day you should be practicing your preps, and we prepare for this day. Nobody should be freaking out. Your kids shouldn't be hungry. Your husband and your wife shouldn't be hungry. We should all today be able to go into our safe store, pull out a couple jars of food, slap it all together, and make some kind of meal out of what we've been storing over all these years. If you don't know how to pressure can, if you don't know how to water bath can, you should have some pre-canned food that you purchase from the store. Okay, like beef raviolis, I don't care what it is, spaghettios, I don't know. Okay, so that's going to take care of our meal for the day, so we don't have to worry. Um, Now here's the other thing. When it comes to if you like drinking pop too much and you all out of pop and you probably got one can of pop left, man, drink water. Today is actually a good day. Today is a day that I'm going to start practicing every week. I'm not going to be doing this just for just to prove a point one time, because one time ain't going to cut it. Listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all, and I'm not going to get political. One time kicking them in the pocket ain't going to catch their attention, because that's what this is about. One time kicking them in the pocket ain't going to catch their attention. They need to see those numbers go down and stay down. See, if they go down today and jump back up and triple tomorrow, they don't care. They ain't lost no money. Think about that. Because everybody like, I'm going to be back on it tomorrow. I'm going to wait tomorrow. Let it go down. And then either do it again tomorrow, do it for 2 or 3 days, or make sure you do it at least once a week. And then that number go down. And then it go down. And it stay there. It go down. And it's down. And it stay there. That's when they take notice and start making changes and listening to people like me and you. But if you go down today and nobody's buying nothing today, but tomorrow you buy 3 times as much stuff because you missed a day, they're happy about that. Okay. That actually makes them more money. So for me, I will be practicing the blackout. And I'm going to say, you know how they call it Black Friday for around holidays? This is Blackout Friday for me. Every Friday, I ain't buying nothing from nobody. I'm going to do my best and I'm going to practice it my hardest until it becomes a habit where every Friday I'm not breaking bread with nobody unless it's a life and death emergency. Okay. Here's another one. If you want to practice on the blackout, the best way to do that, fasting. Fasting, y'all. Just don't eat nothing. That's an option, you know. Just don't eat anything. You'll feel better for it and you'll feel better about it. If you spend your day and don't eat anything at all and let your body repair itself, you kick them in the pocket and you training your body to become more self-sufficient and healthier. So if you fast, you saved yourself some money and you're starting to train your body to be healthier. Okay. And I've already said eat what you have. So this is all the stuff I put on that list. I wanted to just touch on that real quick. Now there's one last thing that I wanted to say, and I didn't mention it yet because I wanted to save it for last, even though I wrote it. Number 2. Today, every Blackout Friday, because every Friday is Blackout Friday for me. Okay. I'm going to plant something. And that's why we're really here. Every Blackout Friday, I will not be purchasing anything from anybody. And I will plant something. Today, I've been busy. I done cleaned off. Let me see. I can't. This where the phone come in. Today I've been busy. Cleaned off my back porch. Cleaned out all my growing pots. I'm about to get some tomatoes and peppers planted. I got all my cherry trees over here, and over here I got 2 trees I'm about to put in containers. And here's the sweet part. Out here, you see my tiller? Got my tiller running, already done ran a line in there. But see, hopefully, if I can do this properly, I'm going to take you with me because I'm about to dig up 2 persimmon trees. I'm going to dig up my chocolate persimmon and I'm going to dig up my coffee cake persimmon. And both of those are going to Freedom Acres. because that I'm putting my garden bed back where it used to be, right here, front and center. Now, if things go right, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see me, but I got this laptop, so that's going to be rough. What's my battery looking like? Okay. So today, everybody, if you're practicing the blackout, congratulations. All right. If you're practicing the blackout and you're supporting your brothers and sisters, because that's what this is all about. Rambo Green Hands. What's up, my brother? By practicing the blackout and recognizing the blackout, you are supporting real Americans. You're supporting your brothers and sisters, so we can let them know who really got the power. If they want money, we don't give it to them. They take notice. Okay. So before I get going, I want to say this to my sister Tiwo. This is going out to you. My sister Missy Hawk. This is going out to you. My sister Katina Brooks. This is going out to you. My sister, so who else? Somebody else contacted me. The reason why I'm naming those few names that I can remember right off the top of my head, J3GS. What's going on, bro? The reason why I'm naming those names is because these people are in Camp Club 73. And in Camp Club 73, I will share something that for with the public. We don't share information from our club, but this one is universal, which is the planting of a tree. Today, I've been, well, not just today, but all week and all month, I've been talking about going to purchase some fruit trees and get them potted up. I've been purchasing a lot of trees from Ison's Nursery. I don't care where you purchase your trees from, online or you purchase your trees at a big box store or a nursery. It don't make me no never mind. But today, if you want to join me and plant a tree with me, let me know. If you have a tree right now that you want to put in a container and you're not quite sure how to pull that off, let's do it. Okay. Tiffany says, I started mine in January out of boredom. That's exactly what this is for, because um, Blackout Friday is kind of like now what you do, because everybody is so used to running out and spending all this money, kind of get bored sitting around the house trying not to spend money, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to start our garden. Now, my wife got some lettuce that I'm about to put in these this raised bed tubs that I got rid of my trough because it's just not wide enough, and I put my cement containers on the top to give me a wider span. See that? So what that's going to do is give me more surface space to plant our lettuce, and there's a reason why we're doing that. Because now that I've changed my lifestyle of eating, my way of eating, let me get y'all out of this sun. Okay, I've changed my lifestyle and changed my way of eating. I also want to stop giving the system all my money, because I'm gonna say something, and I don't care what you say, it's the truth is the truth. Eating healthy, eating healthy costs more than eating junk. And that's one of the reasons why we don't do it. Okay. You could buy a whole box of Little Debbie cakes, for the price of a couple heads of lettuce. I mean, let's be honest. Eating healthy and truly eating healthy costs more than eating junk, because and everywhere you look is junk for you to buy stuff that's to poison your system. It's candy bars everywhere. It's pieces of candy, bags of candy, jelly beans, gumdrops, you name it. It's everywhere. But you have to go to certain places to purchase anything that's good for you. Lettuce, carrots, kale. You have to go to a grocery store or go to a market. But they sell candy bars everywhere. And anyway, you can go get your car brakes fixed, and they got a machine that's spitting out candy bars, right? Okay, so that's my whole point. So since it costs so much to stay healthy, I'm going to do everything in my power to try to eat as much out of my own yard as I can. So lettuce, the price of lettuce has gone up through the roof. A head of lettuce now costs you like $2 and I can't remember, $2.19, $2.35, something like that. But one head of lettuce, and the head of lettuce is like a baby head. I remember when head of lettuce was this big and it cost about 35 cents. And that wasn't long ago. So here we are. So am I going to keep giving my money to them or am I just grow my own doggone lettuce? So every year my wife grows lettuce in this trough. And I said this year I'm going to make it wider and bigger because we're both going to be eating out of that, period. Thank you, Bill Gardners. Thank you for that. Say thank you for reminding, encourage us to do the right thing. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. So I doubled the size of that so we can both eat out of that every day. Okay. And when it's not growing back fast enough, plant some more. If it's I got let me show you. I got three going across the top, and I'm gonna have three underneath the bottom down there. I just gotta go get them. I got two more I gotta put under there. So that's gonna be six big cement trays of lettuce. That's plenty to feed just me and my wife every single day because that's how fast it grows, and that's how fast it grows back after you harvest a little bit. Okay, enough for a salad. Let me see. Angela says, say I know nothing about. Wait. That wasn't it. What was it? Here it goes. Moving fast. I know nothing about gardening. Do you have to drain the holes in the bottom of the raised beds? Metal trough. You what? What are you talking about? Do you have to have drain holes in the bottom of raised beds? Metal troughs. You Here's my question to you, because I think I can answer this better. If you don't put holes in the bottom, where is the water going to go? I'm going to answer that question with the question because I want you to think about this on your own first, okay? You don't have to know anything about gardening to understand that water has to go somewhere. And if water doesn't drain out, where is it going to go? And what's going to happen to your food? Okay. Let me see. Growing back to basics says started an aquaponics system in Michigan. Is Michigan living is hard to grow. Yes, I'm from Ohio, so I know. You don't got long. You pretty much got to grow stuff indoors. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to see if any containers need. Okay. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So I'm going to start my tomato seeds. I guess I'm going to do that in another video. But right now, I have harvested all of the extra soil that I have, and I'm going to plant these fruit trees. What do y'all want to do first? This is how I'm doing my Blackout Friday. Do y'all want to see me dig these trees up first? Or you want to see me let's plant these trees first because that's going to go pretty quick. Let's do that. Okay. Pup, you gonna have to move, baby. I'm about to get busy. Let me see. Uh I said, do you want me to see me dig up the trees first or plant these new trees in this box? Let's plant because everybody keeps saying trees. Everybody keeps saying trees. I said, dig up the trees in the yard first or plant this box of trees in it. Let's just do this first because it's gonna take a hot second. I got a bunch of and I'm gonna do my best so you can see everything, okay? Soil. Okay. I'm gonna try to put you up here so you can kind of look down at. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little better. So first thing I want to do is see what we got. Okay. Okay, I can see y'all what y'all saying. What kind of tape did they put on this? I didn't cut the top because I thought it was just gonna pop loose. Now, the trees that I have today is a dapple dandy pluot and a splash pluot. I had these years ago and the beaver ate them. These will be going to Freedom Acres. Everybody should be planting a tree right now. Planting something. Okay, that's what I expect. Any questions so far? Any questions? I have been planting something every day. Good. Every day this week. Hey, Katina Brooks. Fresh and Fire Backyard Living. Spooning with Sunshine. How y'all doing, family? I ain't seen y'all in a heartbeat. Let me see. Let me try to clean this camera off. Boy, that's nasty. That's the best I'm gonna do for now. All right. Are you selling any cuttings this year? That's funny you asked that, because I got a bunch of elderberry cuttings right here. So yes, because every anything that's coming income, any money that I receive from here on out from YouTube or anything is going to the pond farm. So absolutely. I don't feel like selling cuttings, but I got to get stuff rolling because that's a lot of work. Let me show you this. I'm just taking the strings off of this stuff. Okay. Now let me get my pots ready. I'm going to just be reusing soil that I already have. This is just some old soil that I've dumped out of several different things. I'm going to take a little bit of that. Can y'all see that okay? Let me see. And now all I'm going to do is get a tree down in there and fill it up. You see the root ball here? That's all the moisture beans on there, like a diaper. I'm looking for any questions or anything. I'm still watching y'all. I got one at the top too. So this is how we doing our Blackout Friday. Okay, here's the splash pluot. This is the one that was actually fruiting before the beaver took it. I'm gonna do him first. That's the root ball. It's not impressive, but I want these roots going down. I'm gonna have it in here temporarily until I get it in the ground. You can put yours directly in the ground if you want to, but I'm taking mine somewhere else. Can y'all see that okay? Let me see. Oh, y'all can't see nothing. I'm on my computer, so it's gonna be a little hard for me. All right. I got that about where I want it. Now I'm gonna water that in real good in a minute, but let me get the other tree in next. Here's the answer for my friend that asked about the drainage holes in a container. I already have one in here. So yeah. Come on with me. And here's something else. If you break your shovel, like I break one every single year, you might want to hold on to this. This is why. Watch this. Here's your normal garden trough, right? Sometimes you need an extra scoop like that when you're doing something serious. That ain't gonna help you. That'll help you. Okay, I'm gonna get this other tree in here. This is the Dapple Dandy Pluot. Here's the root structure. Not impressive. Not impressive. I'm not sad, but I ain't jumping for joy about that one. That make a job a lot easier. There we go. That's it. 2 trees planted, just like I planted these 2. I mean, those 5, 6. Any questions so far? Let me clean up this mess so I don't step in it. Oh, let me see. Say Shinseki is already leafing out. Mine is blooming. I wanted to save that dirt. Oh, y'all didn't see none of that. That's it. Now I'm going to water those in later. You should do it immediately, but I'm not because I don't feel like cutting on the hose. Do we have any questions? Let's sit down and talk about it, and then we're gonna move on. Some kind of way, I'm going to have to get a table and bring out there with me. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any questions? What size buckets do you use to plant your trees in? When I'm temporarily planting my trees, I'm just using normal 5-gallon buckets like this. The normal old average 5-gallon bucket. But here's the thing, everything can't go in a 5-gallon bucket. If you're planting something in there and it's going to be in there for an extended period of time, you want to use a laundry tub like I showed you here. This is the laundry tubs you can buy from like Walmart or whatever. Okay. And I think this is 17-gallon laundry tub. And when you plant in there, you can with some trees you can leave them in there indefinitely. And like a peach tree, oh yeah, peach trees, cherry trees, or grow in that per- perfectly fine. Okay. Are you soaking before planting? No, because I'm going to be drenching them right now. It's the instructions say you should soak them before planting them. I've only done that a couple of times ever. I've only done that a couple of times. So I've only done that a couple of times. I thought. So here's the thing. Um, do you do any pruning? No. This ain't you don't do nothing right now. Now here's the thing. If you want to, if you want to do that, when you plant these bare root trees in the ground or in a container and you want to cut them hip high and let them start over so they'll branch out from hip high or knee high, whatever you want, do that. I don't do that very often. That's okay. It's nothing wrong with that and it works and everything. I don't do that because the tree is already super stressed out. There is no foundation for the root structure or anything. So I don't, it's already stressed. It's been shipped, it's been in several different climates, and now it's going into some soil, into a container. You know, I'm not doing that. It's no problem with it that I just don't do it. Every blue moon, it's rare I've done that. I can count on one hand how many times I've done it. Let me see. Is tap water from an irrigation system okay for those fruit trees? I don't understand your question. I don't understand your question. Is tap water from an irrigation system okay for trees? I don't understand that at all. Can you clear that up for me? Any specific soil? Just use some kind of potting soil. I don't want to get into what I do. Just use some sort of potting soil. any special amending, just use some kind of potting soil. I don't want to make this more difficult than it got to be, because it's not difficult. Just buy a bag of potting soil and plant your tree. Because once you start, listen, once you listen, let me break this down to you uh this way. And I don't think anybody's ever said it this way, because I'm just now thinking of it. And this is how I truly think of this. Okay. Gardening is like cooking. Gardening is like cooking. And that's where people get screwed up, is because they're watching a lot of gardeners, just like you will watch a lot of chefs on TV. Here's the thing: to cook a certain dish, there are some universal rules. Okay, like let's say chicken cordon bleu. Chicken cordon bleu, there are universal rules to cooking chicken cordon bleu. You need chicken, and then you need cordon bleu. No, you need chicken, you need cheese, right? You need bacon, Canadian bacon, right? Am I right? Those are the universal things you need to make chicken cordon bleu. Okay, here's the difference. Why is chicken cordon bleu better tasting in this restaurant than it is in this restaurant? It's because even though they're making the universal meal of chicken cordon bleu, he got his own special spices that he put in to make that thing pop. Where he do something a little different, and instead of him cooking his chicken the way it is, he gonna cook it a different kind of way. He gonna season and saute it first. And gardening is no different. Each and every gardener on YouTube and anywhere else in the world has their own recipe on how they do things. But there are certain universal rules that you do not break, because you cannot break them, because they're natural. It's from Mother Nature. So when we start talking about amending soils and what do you like to put in there, do you put perlite? Do you put vermiculite? Do you put, when you start talking about that, now you're asking for my recipe. And the thing that you don't need my recipe. You need the universal way to cook this meal. You dig what I'm saying? You need the universal way to plant this tree. Go get some potting soil, get a container, put a hole in the container, and put the tree in the container. Cover it up and water it. Those are the universal basics. Now, when we start talking about some, what all do you put in yours, and that's like asking a man or a woman for their recipe for their grandmama's secret lasagna. And then you'll get confused, because now you getting my recipe, you getting some other dude's recipe online, you getting some other lady's recipe, and you start getting confused. You understand what I'm saying? People don't garden, and they fail at gardening because they're getting too many recipes on how to cook the same damn thing. How to plant a cherry tree. You're listening to all the things they use to amend it. How they, some people fertilize, some people don't. Some people amend the soil, some people don't. Some people use vermiculite, some people don't. Blah 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 blah. What happens is the person that's never planted a tree before gets confused, and then they'll go on somebody else's channel and say, well, such and such do it like this. So what? That's their recipe. That's how they do things. Does not mean that's the universal basis of how to do this. The universal basis of how to start a garden, how to plant some fruit, how to plant vegetables. There is a universal guideline on how to do that. And that's the part that people don't pay attention to. Stop worrying about this man or this woman's special recipe on how to get their garden started, and just focus on the basic universal way to garden. Once you got that down pat, then you dibble and dabble with the way you want to do things, just like you do with food. Go ahead and try some onion powder and some paprika. That's how you do gardening. And I don't think people quite understand it's the same thing. You know how they call like a master chef, there are master gardeners. And when you go to master gardening class, one of them things is you're going to learn basic essentials of gardening. Just like when I went to nursing school, the first thing you're going to be learning is basically spelling words. You're going to be learning English and how to put these root words together to make it mean something else. You think you about to get in there and start cutting and looking at blood and see people passing out? No, first thing you're going to be doing is learning how to talk this language. You got to start with the universal basics first when it comes to gardening, just like you do with cooking. If you don't, and you try to jump the gun and be a master chef gardener before you even know what soil is, you'll fail. And a lot of people fail every single year, and they keep saying, I don't know what I did wrong. And to me, I always answer the question under my breath is like, you did absolutely everything wrong. See, you did the master chef part right. But when I watched you plan all the stuff on your channel, I seen you use a little technique from me. You use a little technique from T-Nog. You use a little technique from this person, that person, this person, that person. And you mixed all. Imagine this. If we're talking about food, okay? If you use everybody's recipe and everybody's secret spices and herbs, you use Chef Emerald, all his spices. You use the Cajun chef, all his spices. And you use all of these people's different special spices on this one meal. It's going to taste like boo boo. Am I right? You got to pick one and stick with it. So instead of worrying about that, just focus on the basics. Learn how to cook the damn chicken. Learn how to plant the tree first before you don't know what kind of fertilizer, you don't know nothing about fertilizer, nothing, but you trying to add all these different amendments and fertilizers before you go even learning what zone this tree even belong in. How many chill hours do you need for this tree? Those are the basics. Okay. And that's for everybody. I wasn't talking to one person. Let me see. I seen. Do you use water from the tap to irrigate your fruit trees? I want to plant, I want to start planting outdoors, but I'm in Texas and we get snakes. What do you recommend to combat those type of issues for when it's time to harvest? I just did a whole video on that right there, my friend. If you scared of bugs and snakes, I'm gonna be bold with this one, okay? And I said today I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna go off and not gonna clown. If you scared of bugs and snakes, stay out of the garden. I'm keeping it real. If you scared of bugs and snakes and all of that jazz, just stay out of the garden. I know I sound horrible by saying it, but damn it, I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of hearing that. That's like saying, if you scared of jellyfish, how do you think I should go into the ocean? Stay out of it. Just go back up on the beach and sunbathe and build some sand castles. I don't understand. I don't understand. The world is falling apart, and the things that people is scared of is keeping you from greatness. Spooning with Sunshine said, "Do you have a cutoff date or time on when you will? When I will what? Spooning with Sunshine? When I will? Yeah. Here's the thing, y'all. This ain't no time on the planet Earth to be weak about anything. This fungicide, I don't spray my trees with anything. I never spray any of my trees with absolutely anything but water. I don't use no chemicals in my garden. You'll see other gardens lush and huge and big because they use chemical fertilizers and all of that stuff. I don't use literally anything. I just don't. And yeah, my trees, I might have a couple baskets of fruit versus having a truckload of fruit, but I'd rather not. If I'm gonna eat chemicals, I just might as well just go to the store. That's how I look at it. So I stopped doing that 10 years ago. Um, this is not the time in the climate in this country to be scared to go. Let me put it to you more like this before I go out here, because I'm about to go dig these trees up, because I don't want to get into that this dark place that I end up going every video. Um, People be scared of snakes and bugs, and they be scared to garden because they worried about the garden. They worried about the bugs, so they don't want to harvest their own food. They don't want to plant no food because they scared of bugs and snakes and stuff like that. But you mean to tell me you are more scared of snakes and bugs than you are the tyrannical government robbing you blind, you and your family blind every single day? See, this is the thing. Sometimes you can get so fed up that it gives you courage. Me, I've been fed up. And when I see a snake, it either need to be going in the opposite direction or I'm going to send it off, if you understand what I'm saying. I don't have time for that. People always be tripping like, lead, why you always got on gloves? Because I be digging, I puts these mitts down in the dirt. Funny thing is, there's other things that live in this dirt. And I want to have some kind of barrier and protection before I go jamming my hands down in the dirt. I live in the South. So I don't not dig in the dirt because things down there like if a millipede get you, you gonna be in some trouble. But I gotta get these hands in that dirt. I'm not gonna be worrying about no millipede or no black widow spider. I ain't got time for that. How many times have I showed y'all a video of me telling you, man, that black widow spider almost got me? I done showed you pictures, I done showed you video. Did it stop me from gardening? No. I'm not scared enough to stop. I don't I don't have a whole bunch of perfect solutions for all this stuff. I just need to get this stuff in the ground. I need to get this stuff planted. I don't be thinking too hard on all that. I just don't. Thank you, precious SoCal Gardner. She said, I'm scared of stuff. Scared of stuff. I just scream and run real quick and go back to the garden. I see a snake and faint and then wake up later. I don't even do none of that. I just gonna keep pushing. And you know what? I'm not any less deterred by these creatures than anybody else is. Here's the difference between me and everybody that's scared of those animals and those creatures. You're not mad enough. You're not fed up enough to not care. See, I'm just as put off by seeing these creatures as you are. But my anger for the way that we're being treated is stronger and deeper than yours, because mine got me. I'm so mad and I'm so angry at the way we've been done and treated for so long in this country that I'm so mad that when I see a snake, I might take that anger out on the snake. If I see a bunch of bugs in the way of my container, I might take that anger out on them bugs. Period. I'm that angry at how we're robbed every day. But if we do some robbing, we end up in prison. So I guess I'm a little more angry and fed up than a lot of other people are. So I don't see these creatures as a deterrent. I see them as you're in my way, and if you stand in my way, I will destroy you. I'm sorry, that's how I look at it. You're in my way of greatness, and I will destroy you if you stand in my way. I just don't think that a lot of people are angry enough or fed up enough, and you're too busy caring. That's what I think. So let's go get these trees because I want to get out of this dark space. I could feel it coming on like Phil Collins. So let me get this here. We gonna go out here. Oh. I'm gonna set y'all up first, okay? To the best of my ability. First tree, and I'm gonna show y'all why I'm taking my tree. You can see I got my chicken coop over there on the ground. I'm about to set that up, but I'm gonna make a video, do a how to. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this without so the sun don't tear us up. This is the tree I'm taking right here. This is the coffee cake persimmon. Can y'all see that? Okay. All right. I'm gonna need a big container. So I got a tub here. Let me see. Thank you, Spooning with Sunshine. Say I feel you on being scared, Gardner. Before I step off your property, you should be strapped. Exactly. Okay. So I'm gonna show you a close up of this. You can see the wiring around there. That might hinder me a little bit too. I got wire around every tree so the beaver don't eat the damn tree. Now let me show you something else. The reason I'm taking this tree out, I'm taking this one out, and I'm taking this one out. I'm taking both of these trees out of the ground because my garden, that's the pecan tree right there. My garden is gonna be from that pecan tree over to this banana plant, this biggest one over here, and it's gonna come out to here. And the only way I can do that is I really do need both of these moved because I don't want to disturb their roots anymore. You see, I ran my tiller, used my tiller for a test run after I pretty much cleaned out the carburetor. So all this is when you're digging out a tree, all you're trying to do is get as much of the root structure as you possibly can. You should be doing this when it's sleep and it's cold. This persimmon hasn't waken up yet. Both of them they're still asleep and dormant. This is the time you remove them if you're going to remove them. Persimmon trees are really, really finicky. Okay, so if you go messing with them, they got a really good chance of dying on you. No matter how many roots you get, you got to be careful with a persimmon trying to relocate a persimmon. Every persimmon that I've relocated, all of them have died except for Rasputia. She is the only one that has made it so far. So the only thing I did different was with her was get as much of that root structure as I could. So I'm praying that that works this time too. Okay. So here we go. So I gotta take this fence off. So you see what I deal with. Now these are thorns down here. I hate dealing with these. They really suck. This is all it needs is keep a beaver away. Let's see. Any questions so far? So all I'm gonna do, I wish I could hear y'all. Y'all with me? Look at that soil. This is why I need my garden to be back over here. Every now and then wiggle it to see what's going on with that root. Can y'all see that? Watch this. I want that. Don't break that. This is a feeder root. Can y'all see that? That's a feeder root. And I don't want to break that. I want as much of that as I can get. That's a major bloodline right there. See that? See that? You don't want nothing to happen to that. See this? Look. Try not to break it. It's more. It's more. Try not to break this. See this? You see that? See all of that? That's important. Hold on. Let me get my iPad. Okay. Okay. Now I can see what y'all see. All right. So these roots are important. Do not chop through those. Look, I feel one right here. Right here. Can y'all see that? See this? Look. See that? See that? Y'all see that long feeder root and all them baby roots coming off of it? You want as much of that as you can get. There go another one. There go another one. See that? Look. Right there. See that? You weary of those. Now look. Now that I loosen them up, look at that root base. So as soon as I get, it probably have one more. It may have one more and have a tap root. Try to keep everything intact. Try not to break anything. Any other tree, I'd have snatched it out by now. But persimmons are really finicky, really funky, temperamental. Oh, what is that? That's another one down there. I feel it. Got another major root right here. See, it's bringing up the whole tree. I don't want to break it though. Took your mama 9 months to make it. You got to be careful when it's a persimmon. Really, you should do this with every tree, but it's not necessary. I see. Here's one. Look, I'm about to show y'all. Can y'all see all of this down here? Yeah, y'all can see that. Look at this. Look at this. You don't want to break that. Look at that. Now the whole thing moving. See the whole tree moving with ease? I'm doing this with one hand. Look at that. This is how you do it. Now watch this. Come right on up with all the roots. I got one major piece right here that I'm about to take. And it's going to come right out the ground. I could break that if this was a normal tree. I would snap it, but I ain't. You got to be careful with these persimmons. If you ever thinking about relocating a tree, look at that. Look at that. Gentle. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see all of that okay? Now watch this. That's about a 4-foot span of roots. Look at that. You see that? No breaks. Look like arteries and veins. So now I'm going to temporarily put it in this container until I can get it to Freedom Acres in a few days. It ain't got to be pretty, okay? Mission accomplished. Now I can take that, haul it to the front, get it ready for transport, and get it on the trailer. First, I'm gonna water it down real good and get it ready for transport because I don't want to leave this out like this for too long. Persimmons is too funny acting. So I'm not gonna do the other one on camera today because that's gonna take this much longer, and I don't want to have y'all on here forever. But this is how you do it. Persimmons, real finicky. They will die. Once they're planted, you really want to leave them alone. Okay. Like if that's not where you want it, too bad. Just leave it behind or it will die. But if you want to take a chance, the only chance that ever worked for me was taking all the roots. Okay, let's get back in here, answer some questions. I still got to get that other tree. Then I got to till this garden. Then I'm going to put up this chicken coop. And I need to do that in the next day or two, all of it, because I got to go back to Freedom, take these trees, and I got other stuff out there I got to handle. Any questions? You should really do this with every tree. You should take this much care with every single tree that you deal with. Okay. Come here, pup. Hey, baby. Come on, mama. She want to help me too, but she can't help me. Your digging ain't gonna work for this, okay? All right. Say tedious work, but I love it here. It's tedious work, but I'm giving that tree somewhere much better to live now. Okay, any questions? How long has the tree been in the ground? A long time. I want to say 4 years. 4 years. And it just don't grow well in that spot. It just don't. It does not like that spot at all. And the other tree doesn't either. My friend of mine named Claudio gave me that tree, and I want the best for it because he's a good friend of mine. I put those trees in the ground the same time I put Rasputia in the ground. You see how many persimmons Rasputia gives me every year and how big she is? She's like she was before she broke 10 feet wide, 15 feet wide, where these is just little knuckleballs, and it's time to put them in a better location. So I wanted to ask you about salvaging soil. I planted a few cucumbers early that didn't make it. Eventually reused the soil from that batch. Is that okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. I always reuse my soil. And I don't even do crazy stuff to it. A lot of people boil it and all that. I don't get into that. Von Will says, I finally got some leghorns, but they didn't make it. Two bar rocks Monday at five black Australorps. I'm so excited I was rushing to get Tractor Supply. Congratulations. Congratulations. You in the chicken club now. You know spring is on its way because that sun is not that hot out here, but that sun is beaming. Say I repotted some plants. Oh, got that one. Let me see. Am I moving that tree to a different grow zone? Probably. How are my bees? Mine didn't make it. Mine didn't either. This weather froze them solid, and they had plenty of honey. I actually shared that honey with some friends of mine, with my family actually. How long does it take to produce? I don't know. It all depends on how you take care of your tree. Have you had success winter sowing tomatoes? No, because I don't do it. It's a waste of my time. I don't start growing my tomatoes until it's time. Like it's about to be warm. Other than that, all you're gonna do is plant a tomato seed. It's gonna get 2 feet tall and it's gonna be so thin it's gonna be limped over until it snapped and you wasted your time. I don't. Let me tell you, I ain't gonna do that. Just don't waste your time. If you don't have enough room or space to start a tomato, if you don't have the right heat, if you don't have the right lighting, just don't do it. Don't waste your time because that's what's going to happen. You're going to get a whole bunch of leggy tomatoes and peppers and stuff, and all your stuff is just going to die. You wasted a lot of time and effort and resources. Just don't, just wait. I'm going to tell you, let me give y'all one. Let me give y'all a good one. If you just wait, you think you're going to be behind the growing season if you just wait, right? If you start tomato seeds when it hit about 60 degrees and it stay about 60 degrees and above, your tomato seed not only will take off faster, but it will grow faster. So all winter long, while you trying to sow seeds and you wasting energy and electric bill going up because you got on all these damn weird ass grow lights and stuff, and your plant is getting leggy anyway, and it's gonna fail anyway. All you did was waste time and resources. Now you got to go through each and every one of those pods and take all them little leggy plants out, throw them away, and try to reuse that soil. If you just wait until the conditions are right, the tomato seed will grow and sprout way faster. And believe it or not, those roots are going to stretch deeper and deeper, and that plant will be healthier than anything you started in that winter time. It just will. Average cost of a peach tree $75. Is that good? I don't know. My question to you is that good to you? That's my question to you. Is $75 good, a good price for you? I can't answer that question for you. Priscilla Willis says direct sowing can probably be done earlier in a raised bed. The soil is usually warmer than the air temperature. You know what? It depends on what your raised bed is made out of too. And you want to know something else? Every time I try to do that, and this is my own experience, this ain't saying it's universal, but here's the problem you have trying to sow seeds too early. Every bird and insect is going to eat your seeds. The birds is coming down and eat your seeds, and when you think that your stuff ain't sprouting right, the birds got you. Or the ants ate the seeds, or the centipedes and all the other underground monsters ate your seed. For me, for me, just wait. Just wait. Everybody is rushing. Listen, it sounds like everybody is always in a hurry to fail. I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this a long time. And it never stops. And I'm not saying I'm not guilty of this myself, because I am. You be so excited for growing seeds and so excited to get stuff in the garden, so excited to get your hands in the dirt, that you start doing things prematurely and you fail. And then you get a little bummed out, a little discouraged. And you want to know something that you always see? You always see other people online ahead of you. Like their garden is going, they almost about to harvest tomatoes and everything. And you feeling like, man, what did I do wrong? If you pay attention real close, they did two things. Either number one, they just went off and bought some starts. Or number two, they just waited. How many people right now, show of hands, how many people always have squash bug problems? How many people? How many people always have squash bug problems and your squash fail every season? Your cucumbers fail every season. You got watermelons that didn't take because of the squash bug, the borers every season. How many people? Show of hands. Okay. That's because I learned from the New Orleans gardener, if you just go ahead and damn wait till the squash bug mating season is over. Once their mating season is over, they have a germination period where they hatch and lay eggs, and they born from an egg. Now they out and humping each other, and next thing you know, they're all dead and their season is over. That's when she plant her squash, and she's 100% successful every season. While me and you are sitting around trying to sow seeds of cucumber, squash, and all this stuff every year down here in the South, our plants explode. And the next thing you know, they're all dead. And you what'd you find? The vine borer in each and every plant. Vine borer, each and every plant done destroy all of your hard work. Well, I learned years ago that the New Orleans gardener, Miss Tino, she just waits. She like, I'm not in no rush. So she waits till the gestation period over, till the mating season is over for the squash bug and the vine borer, and then she plants. By the time she starts planting, people like me and you, we're already fed up with the damn squash bug. Like, I don't want to have nothing else to do with no squash. I'd rather just go buy them from the farmer's market. You gotta be smart when you out here in this garden. There's certain things and certain games you got to know. You don't have to spray chemicals on everything. You sometimes you have to outsmart the adversary. If the squash bug and the vine borer is your adversary, chemicals ain't gonna work. Cause I've seen people use chemicals that seven dust and everything, and they still tear you out the frame. Sometimes wait till they done partying and making sweet tender squash bug love. And once they're done and they're done for the season, then plant. And the funny thing about that is that we all need to pay attention to is you could grow a ton of squash if the squash bug, if the squash bug does not mess with your squash. We all know it's nothing to grow squash. It's gonna super produce. You're gonna have a bunch of squash. You're gonna have so much squash. You're gonna be taking it to work, leaving it on the break room table for people to take, right? It don't take no time for it to grow. It don't take no time for to harvest it. And next thing you know, you got more squash than you can eat. So why try to rush that? Why try to rush the growing season of something that you know that you will grow an abundance of? Just wait, starve this squash bug out, let him make sweet squash bug love somewhere else. Once they both done and they need to go smoke a cigarette and drink some Gatorade, then plant your doggone squash. We are always in a rush to go fail with everything we do in the garden. Everything. If I wanted to dig that tree up, I could have went through and snapped through each and every one of those feeder roots. Would that tree have died? Probably. A good chance it would have died. Take your time out here if you're gonna do something right. This, you're not trying to impress people, man. You're trying to eat. Remember that. Remember that. Stop trying to get the views and the likes on the YouTube and just focus on, man. My family got to eat. If you focus on that, you'll always be good. All right. So I don't want to keep y'all no longer. We did this, and I wanted to make sure everybody was here for Blackout Grow Group. That's what we're doing today. So I would encourage you, stay home, go pull something out the deep freeze, or go get some jars of stuff that you've canned up or cans that you've purchased. Eat that for dinner, or fast. Don't eat anything. Drink plenty of fluids and don't eat anything. But don't do nothing today. Go out and plant a tree. Go in the house, get your peekaboo cups and start your seeds. Do whatever you got to do. But today belongs to us. Okay, not them. How do you know when squash bugs are gone? You have to look at their mating cycle. Google their mating cycle for your area, and that's when you will know. Okay, go Google all of that, y'all, because it's different everywhere. For in even different locations, different counties, and everything. Just go Google it. All right, all right. So with that being said, everybody, thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for everything. Thank you for practicing and recognizing Blackout Friday. I want everybody to go and have a wonderful time with your family and your loved ones today. Enjoy their companies. And I'm going to tell you another thing, put the phone down, put the laptop down, put all of that down and enjoy your family. Enjoy the company of your loved ones today. All right. If all of y'all ain't watching one program on TV, man, put all that separate shit away. Phones, iPads, all that. Everybody need to be together today. Everybody need to strengthen one another, and this is how you gonna do it. Everybody do this together. One program on TV. If you're watching TV, if y'all watching YouTube's, one person in control of the iPad is going to put it on the TV. But everybody shouldn't be in separate rooms. Everybody should literally put this stuff down and talk. I know what to make you go talk. Make a family start talking. Go start with the first season, first episode of The Walking Dead, and just keep on binge watching that. That'll get your whole family talking. I can't make that up. That will make sure that your whole entire family start talking to one another about the way things are going. Because you know something, how many people see that this is starting to remind you of The Walking Dead? All of the scenarios and scenes and situations. How many people see this same thing playing out on TV? Post-apocalyptic type situations are literally happening to all of us right now. The same things, I could go scene by scene, season by season, and everything that's happening right now, I can pick out on The Walking Dead that they was talking about either happened before the mess up or during. Is happening now. We got these few sets of groups that's sticking together, and they ain't about trying to get humanity back together. They are about hate, division, evil, and wickedness. It's all the same right now. Okay. So if you want to get the family together, go watch about 5 episodes of The Walking Dead. You'll get it. Okay. You're gonna learn more about your sons and daughters than you ever thought you would, just by all of y'all watching The Walking Dead together. So with that being said, Left Farmer 73, I'm gonna get on out of here. I appreciate everybody that came through today. If I missed you, I'm sorry. And again, for everybody that purchased your trees, from it don't matter where, get them planted, get them out the box, get them out the container, go get them planted. And I want to say congratulations to Tiwo, and I want to say congratulations to Missy Hawk, because they planted their very first trees today, or last night. Late last night, they both planted their very first fruit trees ever in their lives. So I want to say congratulations to all of them that did that. Lead Farmer 73, I love all of y'all. Okay, and I'm out. Peace.